Check, check, check. What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Real Men Are Raiders podcast, episode 4. I am CT De Niro. This is Real Men Are Raiders. Got my man Afakasi Raider. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you. You muted. Or am I muted? Can't hear you.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hey, there we go.
My bad.
What is up? What is up, man? It's
Had the
all
mic
good.
on mute. Yeah, good man. Good to be on the panel with you once again. Shout out to Leo. I see you in the chat feed and everyone else. So
yes,
yeah,
sir,
we'll shake.
Yes, sir, Leo. What's up, Leo? Appreciate you, fam. How you doing, AR?
Just in the middle of running some errands. Like I'm in the middle of my day over here. But I thought I'd take a minute, come and share the floor with you, and then I might go and hit the gym. So yeah,
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So
see, it's a bit hot over here. I've got sweat on my face.
Yeah. It was cold over here, and then it started getting warm, but it's super cold at night because I'm in like the desert, so it's either hot or it's cold. There's like no in between.
Right. I'm in the middle of summer over here, so it's from what I understand, it's winter time over there in the States. So yeah. So Rafa, I see you in the building. Come on,
oh yeah, Rafa, what's up? I need to send him the link too. So while I got you on here, man, what do you think about us? Coming off the bye, we got the Vikings. Not really the best team. They don't got their starting quarterback, just like us. While I have you on here, what do you think?
Well, first things first. I hear that Nick Mullins, that's his name, right? Nick Mullins?
Yeah.
Mullins, yeah. Nick Mullins will be their starter, perhaps, and whatever it takes. I don't want him to perform like the last time he was a starter against us. Do you remember what happened?
Yeah.
Right. 2018. Niners.
Yeah, I don't remember the year, but I remember.
I remember for all the wrong reasons, and I hope to Christ we don't let that happen again. So that's my first and foremost.
Yeah,
take.
I didn't know he was going to start. I know Justin Jefferson's coming back. It's supposed to be his first game back since he got hurt. But when he was playing and doing good, he was in there with who was that? Cousins? Was it Cousins?
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. So I mean now it's either Joshua Dobbs I think that's the other guy, Joshua Dobbs, or
Right.
Or Mullins. So I mean we'll see how he does. I don't know if he's gonna have the same type of play he does. I mean, also that defender on the end, what's his name? Daniil Hunter or something like that. Something Hunter.
You tell me, man. I'm not too familiar with football outside of the Raider football. Like I know what I know, but I don't know too much about the Vikings roster. But just real quickly, like I know our defense is definitely a lot better and better coached than what it was in 2018. So
yeah, that's facts. Yeah, I mean, I really hope they started to look at the end of that Kansas City Chiefs game. They started to look a little tired. I mean, maybe they were out there a little bit too long. Kelsey started, getting his play up again, and Mahomes going out the pocket doing his thing. And I hope this week of rest really did a lot, especially for Crosby. After everything that came out after that Chiefs game, seeing his knee, everything he went through, just to be on the field. Like, I mean, I almost kind of wish he wouldn't have played, but
right. Me too.
I mean, he's a dog, so
I'm all for shutting down a player if it's better for the long run rather than risking for the short term.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got another one real quick while you're here. Rundown.
What's the deal?
What up, fam? How you doing, homie?
Man, good. We're good. Hey, real quick. AR, man, fire stream you had yesterday, man. Was it yesterday or the day before? Do y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
You're coming through very tinny and the clarity's not too great.
Was it the?
Hang on, wait. On your computer, go to settings, and then check your audio. You might not have set your microphone to your microphone. Always check that before you get on the StreamYard.
Man, fuck Geek Squad, man. I got AR, man. Hey, look.
There you go.
There we go.
Much better. Much better.
Fire stream you had, AR, man. Fire stream you had the other day, man. That was a good show. Great show. and I'm happy to be here with my brother CT. Man, we're gonna get this channel up for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, are you talking about the number 24 video?
Yes, that was
Man.
fire. That was fire. And y'all had a little thing in there, man, talking some shit. So that was definitely funny, man. I was cracking up the whole time.
No, that's our little thing going on. Look, I'll talk to you guys maybe about it like at another time. I don't want to take you guys away from doing the content today, and it's not your concern, you know what I mean? But just a little thing me and my boy on 6 got going on at the moment. So yeah, you guys don't have to worry about that.
Who is that guy that you were talking that you mentioned? I think I commented on the video. There was 25 interceptions in 4 seasons.
Oh, Fred Williamson.
Fred Williamson.
Yeah, man. Exactly. See, RealMen. Sorry, Rundown doesn't even know. Like, okay, Rundown. The second guy
in 4 seasons.
The second guy who donned the 24 jersey, the person who donned it before Willie Brown was a guy named Fred Williamson, a guy who went on to become an actor, but played 4 seasons with the Raiders. He had 25 interceptions.
Dude, is that insane?
Right? Like, I had no idea. Like, people would think Willie Brown was the first great 2-4 that donned the jersey, but it wasn't. It was Fred Williamson. And if you research the guy even further, the guy has had a very, very storied acting career. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you tell me dude had 25 interceptions in 4 seasons, I take that shit right now. Like, right now.
Like, that's unheard of right now.
At a time when they weren't really throwing the ball that much, right? It was more of a run-dominated league. Right. Like, that is insane numbers.
I mean, you would think after 2 seasons they'd be like, don't even
flowers that he deserves. Like, it's crazy. I never even heard of the guy.
I never heard of him.
Me either. I had no idea.
Yep.
Right. He gets lost in the shuffle, I guess, because of Willie Brown and Charles Woodson's greatness. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of unfair. Like, if you look at the stats and what he's accomplished, like he's a great player in his own right. So
yeah. I mean, after 2 seasons, you would think the league would be like, hey, just don't throw this guy no more. You know, like just like leave him over there by himself. You know, don't even throw to him no more. You know,
and he was nicknamed the Hammer as well because he used to just club like players in the face and in the helmet to stop them from defensively. So yeah.
Back in the day, you can do all that. You know, clothesline you take their head off. You know what I'm saying?
You can literally clothesline your opponents, right?
You can't do none of that nowadays.
No, different.
I mean,
sorry guys.
The refs nowadays, the refs this year are on something else, man. Like, for real.
The fines that they're giving out are fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, some dudes are losing their whole game checks off of basic football play. Like, Josh Jacobs just had a fine the other day.
He got fined twice, I think maybe 3 times for just doing what everybody, all the other running backs, lowering his shoulder.
So now you can't tell me a running back can't run nobody over now. That's what we're saying now. Because remember, he got fined. Remember that hit against the Falcons a couple years ago? Where he knocked Bunny helmet off.
He got fined for that. Yep, he got fined for that one too.
Ridiculous. Hey, D-Man, what's going on, man? I see you in the chat feed.
Salute Menace,
my guy right there.
Yeah, that's a real one right there. Yeah, but getting back, we're just touching on the Vikings game rundown. I was talking about I can't remember the defensive end they got. I think it's Danielle Hunter.
Right, it's Danielle Hunter.
Danielle Hunter. Yeah, he got like 13 and a half sacks. He's doing pretty. Yeah, he's doing pretty good this year. You know, and I think they're gonna like every other team. I think they're gonna send the blitz. You know, try to get O'Connell a little bit uncomfortable back there.
Yeah.
You know, seems to always be the blueprint against us, right?
Yep.
There you go. I mean, I think it's every team's blueprint to start off because your quarterback's not mobile. I mean, it's not talking no shit, but it's just it's plain and simple. You know what I mean? Like, if your quarterback can't move, a guy like Danielle Hunter scares you because you like, what up, Tony? A guy like Danielle Hunter scares you because if he beat the tackle, it's a wrap. You feel like it's a fucking wrap. There's no getting away from that. So I think that would be smart on their part to try to heat him up for real. Try to speed up the process.
You know, and then Justin Jefferson's coming back. AR just said that Mullins is starting over Dobbs. So
yeah. Dobbs.
Apparently, allegedly, I haven't confirmed that, but that's what I heard. I could be wrong.
Well,
I heard the
I
same
mean,
thing,
it
too.
could
I
be a
heard the same thing.
possibility. It could be a possibility. You know, is what we're
Dobbs
saying.
don't put no fear in me, though. You know, Dobbs could be happy. You feel what I'm saying? We can get some turnovers against that. You know what I mean? Like, now, if you just sit back, like how we are notorious for doing, bro, like you just sit back 10 yards off, he gonna pick you apart, of course.
Yeah,
but
we can't do that shit.
It's kind of tough because if there was no Justin Jefferson, I'd say press up on him immediately. But like him being there, bro, that shit still scares me. So it's like, all right, you got to respect him a tag. You know, you have to.
Rundown. I hate to be a party pooper, and I brought this up with RealMen just before you joined the live. Do you remember what if Mullins starts? Do you remember the last time what happened when he started against us?
Who?
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins.
Oh, yeah. That sad game, and was it in San Francisco? It was in San Francisco, right? We got our ass.
2018. Yep.
Yeah. That was.
I was just saying, so I don't want that to happen again.
Yep. That was so horrid, bro. Like that shit right there was such a disgrace. A disgrace.
It was a disgrace. An absolute fuss.
Just another one
like,
to add to that.
Hey, what was he at the time? The second or third string?
What's that?
I think it was like a third string, wasn't he?
He was the third string or second string at that time?
He was a third string, like nobody. We made a nobody into a somebody all of a sudden. Like something we've had a propensity to do of late. And I don't want that to happen again.
History repeats itself this year, huh? With Tyler Bagent or whatever.
Right.
Last year with Baker Mayfield is just
the wrong history, like the wrong fucking.
Like
history.
I said, we just have a propensity to have these kind of games where we make these nobodies into somebodies, and I don't want that to happen again.
Legend into one game legends,
right?
Yeah, no,
that's why I'm hoping that our DC finally gets it. It's like, all right, bro. You know, if it's not Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, any one of these other quarterbacks, bro, heat his ass up. Play press coverage, man. Like, don't just sit back and let this man complete easy 10-yard outs, easy curl routes. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense to just allow them to drive the field. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that, a lot of times I see Patrick Graham, like, whatever's in front of us, like, okay, we're okay with taking that. But, just don't let him try to get past the first down. And it's just like, exactly like how you said, like play press, like jam them up at the line, like get them off their route a little bit, like give a couple, half a second, 1 second, like all that shit makes a difference, especially when it comes to the D line. So I totally agree with you, Rundown. Like just the conservative. I saw that too much when they're playing Miami, like playing too much off of Tyreek Hill and just letting him do whatever he wanted and get into his route, and we ended up playing their game. So
now what Leo said, I don't know if you guys touched on this already, but Faison is back.
I just
looks like he's gonna be back at practice. So that's good because we need that, bro. We need an outside corner so goddamn bad, bro. Like I don't think people understand. Like we're playing with a bunch of slot corners on the outside for like Amit
and a rookie.
Has got no goddamn outside corner.
No,
we got Bennett. Is Bennett back yet?
Yeah, but I
think he's back.
The coach is there taking shit slow with him because he kind of.
I know. Look, I think it's unfair to expect all this and all that for a rookie to start. And I'm not like with consideration, a 4th round guy, he's doing okay.
Yeah,
he's taking his licks, but he's not a complete disaster, so to say. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this wouldn't be the week I throw his ass out there though. At home. Because
who else we got?
Who's been playing? I would just go with who's playing, the veteran.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want his rookie self on Justin Jefferson. I do not, bro. Like the minute Justin Jefferson lines up against Ja'Cory Bennett, we all know what the fuck's going to happen. I mean, who know what's going to happen anyway with any other corner, but still, Ja'Cory is different either.
Who are we putting on him then?
Your bet is length. Like that's why I'm glad Faison's back. At least, like, bro, just get some length. Bother them a little bit.
I don't know why
you want Brandon Faison straight into the fire, like coming the first week after coming off injury. You want him straight on Jefferson?
That's true. Hobbs, maybe.
I don't know, man.
The best bet. But see,
maybe
Jefferson lines up everywhere. He lined up.
I'm drawing a blank who our corners are.
It's tough. I don't really know.
So we got Bryce Crosby, Tyler Hall, Nate Hobbs, Jordan Perryman, Duke Shelley, Marcus Epps. I think Marcus Epps is hurt though, still, isn't he?
We don't have Duke Shelley on our roster anymore.
No, it says he's updated. Maybe he's
back on our roster.
Maybe he's practice squad.
Since when?
Oh, they brought him back.
Duke Shelley.
Yeah.
Yes, we got Jacorian Bennett.
You definitely right though. I mean, he got to get double, bro. Jefferson got to get double. If you don't get double, it's gonna be a long goddamn day. But even when you, I'm not even gonna say that though, because even when you double Jefferson, like they still got options. There are still options on this team for Minnesota that's gonna test this secondary like a motherfucker, bro. I mean, because Addison is nice too. I'm not gonna pretend he's not nice. He's a rookie, but Addison is nice. Hawkinson is we gonna have to deal with him.
Hawkinson's been balling.
We gonna have to, and who gonna cover him? That's my thing too. Like, it's to the point now. Like, I know Justin Jefferson gonna eat. It's pretty much like in basketball, right? You play against Kevin Durant, he gonna get them points. You know, it is what it is.
I mean, this is his first game back though, and he's playing with what? Not even their starter.
You gotta respect that though. I mean, just him. I still.
I mean, but
like
it's like the same
major.
I'm looking. Well, wasn't it like some type of like knee injury or some shit like that, or leg injury?
It was hammy.
Oh, yeah, something.
He had a pulled hammy or some shit.
CT, yeah. I don't think Shelley's on our roster. I think he's with the Rams. There's nothing that says he's back on our roster.
Yeah, I think he's with the Rams.
I just looked up Raiders cornerbacks 2023 and it listed him on there.
Oh, okay. We cut him in preseason.
Google.
Probably gotta go to like ESPN, some shit like that.
We cut him in preseason, man. But yeah, it's going to be, I guess, a point of interest, like who gets the duties on Jefferson. I mean,
yeah,
our secondary has been better than what I expected, but like they're not lights out, so to say. You know what I mean? We haven't got we still have yet to have a guy to emerge as that number one we've been looking for years.
I think we cut Sam.
No, we don't.
I mean, completely agree with you, AR. We don't. You know what I mean?
It's been frustrating. Like we've been looking since the days of Marsmar. We've had guys who were, almost there, like Amerson. We had guys at the end of their career who did good, but was only with us 1 year, like Hayward. But here we are yet again, still looking for that number one.
Because like if we had that number one outside corner, like you saying, guys like Hobbs and Amik, I think they would look better because you can play them in different spots. You know what I mean? Like, but we don't have like, for example, although I hate the Broncos, Surtain is nice. He's good. You feel like, so having something like that with the corners we have now, that'd be a nice addition, bro. Like, we really need that.
Yeah,
I think
takes the pressure off them to be able to having to step up and produce more than what they're capable of. You know what I mean? Like, I like Amik, but to me, he's not a number one. I like Nate Hobbs. To me, he's not a number one. I like Tyler Hall. Again, to me, he's not a number one. Jacorian Bennett's just a rookie. It's unfair to have him pegged as that guy we're looking for to shut down the likes of Jefferson and these, Pro Bowl or elite wide receivers in the league. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying?
No. And then y'all let me know, but more times than not, I think for the past like goddamn 5 years, it's like our corners are always like outsized. You know what I mean? Like every other team has bigger receivers and shit than our corners. It's like they're always like towering over our corners. It's like, goddamn, like when do we have some length or somebody that's actually like?
Well, Nate Hobbs seems to be like a well-built corner. Like to me, he's the only one that I from the eye test. I could be wrong. Maybe if I look at his if I Google how tall and how big he is, I might be wrong. But like from the eye test, he seems to be the guy who's a bigger body cornerback. Like the rest of them, you're right. Like they're all like 5'8", 5'9" kind of guys, and there's a role for that. I'm not like knocking them for that, but ideally you want a guy with some size and with the capabilities to be able to shut down these bigger elite wide receivers.
I put it like this: like 2 out of the 3 division games that we played the wide receiver core for that team is bigger than our cornerbacks. Because when you talk about the Chiefs, or not the Chiefs, we talk about the Broncos, they got Cortland Sutton, and he's big as him. You know what I mean? He's 6'something. He always is out jumping our goddamn receivers every time we play them. And then we talk about the Chargers with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Like, we know what they do every time we play them. So it's like we got to get some bigger corners in here, bro. Some more length.
Right. So Nate Hobbs is 6'1".
Yeah, I thought he was like 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so he's more than 6 foot. Like, you know, you look at the likes of Jacorian Bennett and Amik Robertson, they're all like 5'8", 5'7".
I think Jacorian Bennett's a little bit taller.
I think he's
the only one with length. That's it.
Am I mistaken? I thought he was in the 5 foot range. Hang on, let me have a look.
Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah, so he's 5'11".
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
My worry is really TJ Hawkinson. I really feel like we don't have a person to cover him, bro. Like, tight ends are still a goddamn problem for us. I don't understand how, why, but tight ends are still a problem when another team has a good tight end.
I can't. That shit pisses me off so bad. Like, I can't remember the last time we've actually covered a tight end, like, ever. Like, going back to like Gates in San Diego, and just, I don't know if they're just that good, or I mean,
well, just a bit of objectivity. Has it really been that bad outside? Like, look, last week I was half asleep when I watched the game. Maybe Kelsey burnt us yet again, but Travis Kelsey is Travis Kelsey. The only other time I can think of that a tight end really had an outing against us was week, what was it, 2 or 3 against the Bills? That Kincaid guy. Outside of that, like, none of these tight ends have really.
The Lions game. Your boy was eating.
Lions game?
Yeah, their tight end was eating. What's his name? Laporta? Laporta was eating that game.
Oh, yeah, Laporta.
Yeah, he fucked us up a little bit. I won't say that.
But has it been, like, when you think about it, as bad as what it's been in yesteryears? Like,
not
I mean,
bad,
Diablo and what's his name, and Spillane have been better in coverage. I mean, Spillane's been balling out in coverage, if I'm not mistaken. So
I don't think that's
he's more like
it's not his responsibility, but like,
you know what I think it is? I think it's Diablo for real. And I'm not gonna say it's as bad as it's been, but I will say in certain spots, bro, it's like you can tell they targeting that one motherfucker. Like whoever's covering the tight end, you can tell teams sometimes game plan for that. Like,
I thought he was playing good against Kelsey in the beginning of the game, though. Like, I was even like, all right, like Diablo was I think the first couple of passes that went to Kelsey, like Diablo was right there, like right on his ass, you know, and then all of a sudden he went like into like some type of coverage or something like that. And I don't know if someone else or the coaches saw something I didn't. I mean, I wasn't focused on him the whole game, but all of a sudden Diablo's not on him and Kelsey starts, you know, doing Kelsey shit, you know, starts getting his yards.
He's not good in zone coverage, bro. If you really watch Diablo, bro, in the zone coverage, you'll back up, but like he's just backing up to grass. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, he's not.
That's why I think Spillane is good. And I think Spillane, I don't really think he's good, like putting him on the tight end and like telling him to cover him. He's more good in like, or he's been showing up more in zone, and that's how he's been getting these picks and shit. You know, I mean,
he's a better zone. That's a better zone linebacker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He does what he's supposed to do. But with Diablo, he just backs up the grass and shit, but he don't really like cover the positions
Chili
he
Pepper,
needs to cover, bro. Like, that's the shit that pisses me off about him sometimes.
Since we're talking about like covering the tight ends, I mean, it's been no secret how many times we've tried to swing and find somebody through the draft process so we could have as a project player who could eventually develop into that role. I mean, look at what we've done with the likes of like Tanner Muse and Divine Diablo. Divine Diablo is who's turning out for us, you know, for the most part, my personal opinion, in his third year. But like the latest cat, Amari Burnett. What are you guys' thoughts on him? Do you think he's one?
You know,
how high of a hopes do you have for this guy to turn out to be?
I will say this.
I haven't seen a lot from him, to be honest.
What pisses me off about him, he don't play the run good at all. Like, he's not physical enough. But I will say he plays the pass better than I expected. I'll say that. What I really think we don't focus on is Luke Masterson. I think fucking Luke Masterson is real, bro. I really do.
Luke Masterson has been balling out this year.
I think he needs
especially
more
in the run.
Salute
think he-
Luffy,
like,
Chili Pepper, and
I'd be
Game
to
Boy
the point,
Event.
bro. I would sit Diablo's ass down and play Masterson and your boy. You know what I mean? Masterson and Spillane. Because every time Masterson in, bro, he be doing the shit. He does his thing. There you go, Tony. We be giving them free releases and shit.
Yep.
They don't, bro. What did we just
Everybody
talk
gets a
about?
free
KT?
release on us. I hate that shit.
We just talked about it, bro. Like, why the hell are we playing 10 yards off? Like, you feel me? Like, it makes no sense. Get in their face.
Yep.
I will take a fucking hands to the face 5-yard penalty if you being aggressive. I'll take that shit. Fuck it.
I actually see Masterson in there quite a bit, and
He
I
needs
see him
more.
doing. Yeah, I agree. I see him doing
More.
good against the run. Like he holds that edge and everything on
He
the
be
outside.
sticking his nose in there, bro. Like, that's
Yeah.
the thing. He be sticking his
Yes, sir.
motherfucking nose in there.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
that's
they're
the
still
problem,
looking
bro.
like the
Like,
fight
I said that in the off season. He's always hurt. That's the fucking problem. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, that is a problem with Diablo.
you know, like,
Oh shit, you gotta go and throw it on. That's
Can't be
a
talking
dope
about my
ass
boy
jersey.
Mustard without me rocking the 5'9".
That shit is
That's a
clean.
dope ass
That
jersey
shit is
right
clean.
there. Hell yeah.
Right, a color rush variant. Got my boy
Yep.
Must's name on the
Hell
Bro,
back.
yeah.
he's good, bro. I really think that he needs more shine. I really do.
Yeah.
And the
Hey,
problem with
fellas.
Diablo, like Leo said, bro, he's always hurt. So if you
Let's,
hurt and in and out the lineup, you'll never get a chance to really, like, you know, gain your rhythm and really. Because at the beginning of the year, he was good, but ever since he got hurt, bro, he ain't been the same.
Yeah.
Hey, RealMen, you right?
Let's bring another one real quick to the stage real quick. Rafa, what's up, man? Salute. Thank you for jumping on.
Yo, salute. And of course,
going
I'm
on,
wearing
Rafa?
this Black Sunday t-shirt right now. So
I have that
Hey,
shirt, Rafa.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yep. Yep, that's
Mhm.
right, Tony. I think he has one forced fumble this season, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
couple of pass deflections too.
Yeah,
like
pass
Masterson.
deflections.
He's
Yeah,
been doing
man.
great in limited snaps, Masterson.
Yes.
So it's been very pleasing to see. Like, I like the guy. For me, he's a very good rotational guy. I didn't expect him to be any more than that, but you know, he's been doing good on his limited snaps. So it's been good
For
to
an
see.
undrafted guy, bro, like he's performing. For an undrafted dude, like yeah.
You guys think we're winning this?
I wonder who was doing videos on Masterson when nobody ever heard of him. I wonder who that guy is.
When is ain't that 20? That's 2025 or next year? GTA 6. When GTA 6? Who knows?
Hey Leo, how do
it's
you know
gonna
that
be,
game looks fire? They
1
got
year.
previews for it already? I haven't seen that shit.
You ain't seen it? Hell yeah, bro. That shit is
Nah,
out.
what?
Watch that trailer.
Man, I'm gonna have to watch the trailer.
2025.
Oh, it's
Damn.
2025? Hell no, we ain't getting no Super Bowl by 2025. I'm gonna say no. Hell no. I don't think so. I'm saying no. Not yet. We don't even know our coach. We don't. So how the fuck we gonna do that? We gotta get a coach first.
We're almost going to be back
Yeah,
at square
bro.
one next off season,
Damn near.
and that's going to probably take us
Yeah.
at the very least 3 years to get to a point where
There
we
you
can
go.
be good enough.
3 years.
Unfortunately, so that's the problem with the setback that was the absolute disaster of having McDaniels and take pretty much nosedive this team back into the Stone Age. So here we
He
are
went
trying
back
to
to
make
New
the best of
England
that
with a smile
situation.
on his face, telling Belichick like his job accomplished, well done, and shit. You know, he destroyed the Raiders and shit.
Yeah, thanks, Dick.
Yeah, real shit,
Yep.
man.
Worst thing to ever happen to this franchise was bringing him into the door.
Leo, don't
Hey.
talk my language now. Don't start talking sense. Don't start talking common sense now, Leo. When you talk about this
Hey,
draft pick now. 'Cause
I
you
said
know
it.
where I'm going.
I said it on a number of our shows. McDaniels was the worst thing that happened to us at the time where we had something good going since Jamarcus Russell. He was the worst thing that happened to us since Jamarcus Russell. I'll stand
I
on
mean,
that.
but I
Jeez,
will-
it's
I
debate
will-
over which is a worse disaster, right?
Yeah.
But
I
see
will
what we
say,
had
though,
with
I mean, at
Carr
some
and Adams
point-
and everything, I think McDaniels takes the cake. You know, like we had a
Man.
we had a possibility to maybe do something good, you know, with I mean, even this year the team looks a little bit better somehow. I don't know, but especially the defense.
Look at this.
So,
I'll tell you what. I'm definitely on like that same train about McDaniels, but I will say a little part of me appreciates him. Why? Because he got rid of some shit we needed to get rid of, and some of us didn't want to fucking admit it. Now he did fuck up on
I
bringing some
agree with
people in
Leo.
here, But
I agree with Leo right here.
look, hey, yeah,
Keep AP
he got
and
rid
Champ.
of Waller.
Got
Look
you,
at how
Graham.
Waller look right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Waller wasn't gonna stay, bro.
I was good with Waller leaving though. He was more focused on his rap career and all that. Like I was good on him leaving for real.
I mean, we talk about the old quarterback, but just look how he look right now. You know what I mean? And that's how he's been looking.
Yep, Tony, I agree too.
You feel me? Like that's how he's been looking.
Just a little bit of objectivity though, rundown when you bring up those names. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm off the Richter, maybe it would have turned out the same. But with that said, with different coaching, do you think things would have been different? I mean, those two players were at their, they were good under the Carr regime. As soon as McDaniels come into the door, Carr looked like I'm not making an excuse for Carr. He played like he played. No, that's on him. But
right,
with better coaching, do you think it could have been different? Even with Waller, I mean, Waller was at his best with Gruden. As soon as this numpty McDaniels comes in the door, you know what I mean? Like he's unmotivated and he's nowhere near the player he once was when he was healthy. So
the only reason I would say why I don't have the objectivity is because the things they're doing with their new teams, they was already doing here. We just didn't, like a lot of us just didn't admit it. Carr was shitty in the red zone. A lot of us didn't want to admit
that, that's true.
He held the ball too long sometimes and fucked himself up by holding the ball too long. A lot of us didn't want to admit. As Waller continued his career, he started to miss more and more and more games. Like after we paid him that large contract extension, the game started to dwindle down. And now he's not even playing for the Giants off of that hamstring that was bothering him the last 2 seasons he was here. So that's why I'm like, these are things that we saw, and they was coming. They was coming over the head. So it's like, I'm not mad that they're gone. Now, if he would have got rid of Renfro and shit, now that's a different conversation. You know what I mean? Because we're like, all right, bro, you got Renfro, you about to get Jacobs out the door. Now, those are 2 different players that we can talk about for real.
Yeah, no, he has his fingerprints all over this team in all the wrong ways. Like even the fact that Renfro was sniffing the door on his way out, from rumors and everything like that, not being used and everything like that. Like, I mean, it's not like he's not a good player. We saw what he can do when he was the number one. At least I remember what he did. He had over 1,000 yards. And at him being a slot receiver, like he came through when Waller went down. When I can't remember who our number one wide receiver was at the time. I don't even think we had one. Or Ruggs. I think that's when everything happened with Ruggs and everything.
It was Ruggs.
Yeah, when everything happened with Ruggs, Renfro like became that guy, Waller became, showed what he can do and everything. And I think that might have been the year before where he had over 100 catches, over 1,000 yards. But
yeah, I gotta tell you, because right now we're just seeing like a morning ball for the defense right now, because after the bye week, right now we're getting focused for the defense. And yeah, I know it's gonna be like a hard take to do about it, but we had a serious problem about it because they had left tackle Christian Deriso has become one of the best pass protectors. Also, he ranks in the second hand position. I mean, which is like a very lucrative distinction. But I mean, Malcolm Kuntz has been like a more rotational. Kuntz has been more rotational.
Yeah, I like Kuntz.
Yeah,
I like Kuntz.
I mean, that matchup between Minnesota Vikings versus Las Vegas Raiders, they will give it like a chance for itself with one of this league's top tackles. It will be like a great opportunity to earn more playing time heading in the contract year in 2024. And like I said it before, folks, I want Antonio Pierce one more season for the Raiders because he got the broad mentality. Because we don't have to hear about anything excuses of Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, because right now, like the Sierra right now, but I just wanted to see that Antonio Pierce, Champ Kelly, one more season because he got the broad intelligence. So, what are you gonna waste the money for bringing a big time coach? We gotta see it up in the new coach like Antonio Pierce and let him cook one more season to see how impressive and involved about the defense and the offense. I mean, there's no problem about that.
Yeah. And I completely agree, Rafa. I completely agree because we see a comment right there. Somebody says Jim Harbaugh. I don't want it, bro. Like, and I like Jim Harbaugh as a coach because I know his philosophy. You know what I mean? I like his philosophy. He gonna build the trenches. He gonna want to run the ball. He gonna want to play physical. And that shit, us Raider fans, we like. But I don't need the extracurricular. I don't need the control shit. I don't need the buddy shit with Mark Davis. But I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Get Champ, get AP. They seem to have a good camaraderie together, good chemistry, and they look like they at least know a direction they want to go in. Like, I'm confident that if they get a full off season of scouting, a full off season of, okay, we're gonna fuck around and find somebody in the draft and do this full off season, I think they're gonna bring in some talent. I do.
Yeah.
I think
not to mention, but Jim Harbaugh, he's a defensive guy, no?
I mean, like,
he's more of a defensive coach. So I mean, to get to your comment, Civ, if we do bring in Jim Harbaugh, like we run the chance of him wanting to bring in his own defensive coordinator, which means we lose Patrick Graham, which means we lose everything this defense has become this year, all the progress that we've made, everything like that. And that's one thing I don't want. I don't want to bring in a new head coach and lose Patrick Graham and lose what this defense has done, lose Maxx Crosby, lose, all that. Like, a new head coach is going to want to do everything their way. Like, I think AP is comfortable making some slight adjustments and picking up another quarterback and doing things his way and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly. And for the case of Jim Carver, because
sorry, Rafa, just one moment. I just want to say goodbye to everybody, and then I get bounced.
All right, yeah, that's all
good.
Guys.
Have a good one, brother.
Rafa. Take care.
Jumping on, man.
Have a good one,
all right, bye.
There you go. All right, like I said, Jim Harbaugh has always had a reputation for wearing out for decisions to support staff and even players, because that happened in multiple stops with him. And he always very demanding. He can bring some people down. He could be like a little touchy after the disaster of Josh McDaniels, because remember this, guys. The Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler experiment has failed. And of course, he's serving a suspension on Saints Steelers scandal. They might turn us off, because the last time he just coached in 2014 was the San Francisco 49ers. So like I said, folks, we don't want to waste another money to bring out for the big name coach. Like, for example, Jim Harbaugh. Let Antonio Pierce cook for one more season, and let's see the things are resolved right now, because we don't want to see it of another problem with Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, because no, that's a big no for me. Yeah. Let Antonio Pierce cook for one more season. Let Jim Kelly cook for another season, and let's see what I got for the draft right now. So, because we don't want to commit any mistakes. We have to be focused all day, all night long with a new regime, because there are so many things that we cannot understand about it. But there's one thing that not only the coaches that had Antonio Pierce got. Antonio Pierce got mentality. He's a former linebacker for the New York Giants, so he brought a lot of great things that happened this time.
Yeah, and honestly, I agree with Leo. Like, AP has the rest of the season. Right now, if you had to ask me, like, I need an answer right now, like, hell yeah, I'm all for AP. But at the same time, I want to see how he comes off this bye week, how he comes off of 2 tough losses, and then we have a short week ahead of us. So I'm still down for AP and Champ Kelly, but I do want to see what the rest of the season looks like before I'm like sign on the dotted line and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, yeah, I agree with you, Leo. Right now, I'm all for AP though. I like what he's done with the team and the way they want to play for him. The whole team does.
Bold prediction, man. I think Champ Kelly already got the job. No cap.
I think too. I
think he already got a job, bro. Because he has to be in Mark Davis's ear. Like, there's no way he's at these Washington, Oregon games. You feel what I'm saying? He's at these motherfucking college games without him being like, all right, bro, I'm here for real scouting though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because if you're not getting the job, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, you got to show the owner, like, all right, bro, I have a calculated plan on how I'm gonna go. If the season go one way or if the season go another way. I think you do. But the best case scenario is for this team to win damn near all 5 games. That's the best case scenario. Because then that means AP is the dude. And if you win all 5 games, that means O'Connell is the dude. And you're like, well, shit, now we can go into the draft feeling good. Let's go into the draft doing some other shit. You know what I mean? So I definitely think that'd be something we can do. But going into it, man, like Leo said, there's 5 games left, man. 5 games left. What the Raiders could do is fuck around and really cement. Everybody can cement their own legacy right now, man. I mean, y'all let me know, man. I think everybody that has a chance to win a job can cement their own legacy right now. Like O'Connell, this is your chance, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm all for him winning the job. I'm all for it. Fuck it. I love it. Because
if he could win his games,
my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I would like a quarterback, but then if he win the job, well, shit, we can get a tackle, and I'd be cool. I'd be like, oh yeah, give me a tackle.
And take a quarterback later on in the draft.
You feel me? Or be like, get a D tackle in the first round, like, oh yeah, or corner in the first round, like, oh, beautiful. Finally,
there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent in this draft coming up, and that's why it can't be like how it was before in previous years. Like, whatever first pick we get, we got to nail that shit. We got to know exactly what we want, what we're getting, and they have to be able to come in and be part of the team right away. You know, we can't wait like 2-3 years, and I know it's probably going to take like about a year or two to get back to that status, but I mean, we're only a couple pieces away, you know, just like how Leo said, imagine an offseason where we address the defense and bring in some talent. Like, just imagine if we actually do something right as a team and a franchise, like that shit would be amazing. You know, it's even crazy to even think about if we can have
balance out your money, man. Balance out your fucking money. You go into the offseason, offloading the Jimmy G contract. You offload the motherfucking Chandler Jones contract. That's gone. Yeah. Free up that money. You probably a couple veterans here and there might get picked off a little bit, maybe. I can't think of none right now. But I will say we're gonna have some bread to play with in the offseason. I fully expect, and that's why I want AP to be the coach. I fully expect them motherfuckers to go after defense in the offseason, in free agency. That would be the number one thing. If I got to trade, if I got a motherfucking sign somebody, I'm doing it. You feel what I'm saying? Buddy from the Washington Commanders, Jonathan Allen, talking about he want to dip up out. Oh, cool. Shit, bring his ass over here. You feel what I'm saying? We got him. We be straight. I want to do something with this D-line in free agency. That's my number one thing, bro.
And speaking of offloading money and, you know, taking advantage of the draft and everything, we talked about it a little bit. I mean, how are you right now on Adams? What if someone came to us with a solid player and, you know, a high draft pick in this year's draft? You know, like
I tell you what, the conversation starts at you're giving me, and I'm not talking about solid player. I'm talking about you have to give me a guy.
Superstar.
Like, yeah, you're gonna give me one of your guys because I'm not just gonna give you Devontae Adams for the motherfucking star fringe role play. No, I need to do it. So that's one. Two, the conversation starts at damn near 2 first rounds, bro. I don't give a fuck. You may be able to talk me down depending on how good your player is, but it starts at 2 first rounds, bro. If you really want him, and if that's what you're talking about, because you talking about you need him for your offense and all that shit, well, you be willing to pay that price. If you think he's a missing piece, go ahead. And why wouldn't you do it? So, for example, like I said, if the Jets came to me and be like, what do you want? I want Quentin Williams, your first round this year, and that's probably going to be like pick number 7. I'm cool with that. Your first round this year, damn near your second too.
I was about to say at least a second.
Yeah, your first this year, your second too, and maybe your motherfucking second next year because you're giving me Quentin Williams. So I'll take all that.
Or like a third or a fourth, maybe.
Yeah, but I need at least 2 draft picks this year, 1 next year, and I take Quentin Williams, and then you got yourself a deal.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm not saying to get rid of Adams. I love Adams.
That'd be the only way though.
I'm happy he's a Raider and everything, but I mean, it's just something to think about because he has like about 2 or 3 years left of his prime, and in those 2-3 years, we're gonna owe him a lot of money, like a lot of money, where he's gonna be taking
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's
quarterback
exactly.
kind of money. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna take 2 or 3 years to get to where we're at, anyways, I mean, we talked about it before. Like kind of feel like we're wasting his career here. This is exactly what he didn't want when he came here. He didn't want a quarterback that was unknown, a rookie that he wants to go down the Hall of Fame. He wants Hall of Fame numbers. He wants to be part of the offense. So I'm thinking it's just something that has to be thought about, because I mean, with him being the status that he has right now and him being the player that he still is, he does have a lot of value when it comes to, like, as far as draft capital and everything. And we can get, if some team like you said, run down, if some team wants him bad enough, they'll give up whatever they think they need, in order to get him. Yeah, and I honestly agree with you. It has to be a superstar player, at least a first round. It has to be at least a first round, and maybe a second or third this year, and like how you said, like a second next year or something.
Because it's like that'd be the only way you can tell me. Because look, but then this is the issue you run into though, and this is why, for the record, I'm against trading Adams. I say do not trade him at all. I'd say this.
I ain't trying to say trade him, Leo. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
And I know that's your argument every time.
For the record, I am against doing it. I would not do it, because regardless of the fact, like I continue to say, this year, next year, in the future, it's going to be a young quarterback here.
5 years.
So a young quarterback needs weaponry. And what's better than the best receiver in the game? So, of course, to grow, that's what a young quarterback is going to need. Look what happened with Tua, look what happened with Josh Allen. Number of people as we go down the list of quarterbacks, as soon as they got their guy, a number one guy, like they had said. So, that's why I say, okay, you definitely got to keep them, just because we're going to be in that position. But
if AOC does turn out to be the guy,
it's astronomical.
If AOC does turn out, sorry, Rafa, I'll let you go right now. If AOC does turn out to be the guy, that'll save us some money. And I think Josh Jacobs could come back if this offense does turn a corner, especially O'Connell. And he could be at least like be in contention for being that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, show us enough to be like, all right, man, this is your job to lose. We got to draft another quarterback regardless. Like, it's up to you if you want to keep your job or not, So I think if we keep O'Connell, I think it'll be a little bit better for Jacobs to come back too. Go ahead, Rafa. My bad.
Yeah, I was talking about for the Aiden O'Connor. This could be like the bright future of the generation for the Raiders. He has a bright future not only for the speed, the improvement. This guy has a lot of great talent. And I agree with it at the comment right now, because Davante Adams, it became like the glue for the wide receiver room, and it became like a great superstar. But what are those issues that I was worried about? Because he didn't have like the chemistry with some veteran quarterbacks, because remember Derek Carr last season and Jimmy Garoppolo for that season. But I see like it because there's something missing that I was worried about it. And then I just see for the combination between Josh Jacobs and Aiden O'Connor and Davante Adams, I would see like there's a lot of things you had to do with, because they had a lot of chemistry, they had a lot of power in that helps for it. But I think they have to go for it, because let that man kind of start for the next few games, and let's see what they have to improve it. Because right now it is time to improve about the speed. It was the time for this improvement about the intensity, because right now we had to focus at about for what's the best thing and what's the worst thing about for the quarterback. Because like I tell you, the best quarterback had to go for it, because it seems that they had the vision to fit in out for the right receivers and the running backs. So I think Aiden O'Connor should be like the future and the generation. And this could be like a hard take, but I was saying Aiden O'Connor one more year to the Raiders right now. But it seems like that kid has because that kid is looking for the, because I know the Jimmy Garoppolo is bench. He doesn't know it's hitting. He didn't throw for this arm right now, but wouldn't you see for the Aiden O'Connor, would you see like everything's happening right now? That kid has had a lot of future, but the only problem is the backup quarterback. He's small value, but I know it's very tough, but we need to see how can we help with Aiden O'Connor to see how this is gonna be like the backup quarterback or to see because we don't want to sign it for the quarterback for a big name because right now the contract that Jimmy Garoppolo says for to stay for another years, and that's a whole lot of dead cat space for the Raiders to
Yeah, we're
receive.
getting rid of Jimmy Garoppolo though. But I honestly,
Yeah,
I don't. I see. The only thing that worries me about O'Connell is that, like, I think the game shouldn't be as fast for him because he's an old rookie. You know, he's 26 years old. Like, he's barely came into the year, and there's already quarterbacks that have been in the year 3 or 4 years, and they're his age. You know, so that's
yeah,
one thing that worries me about him. Like, he's the older quarterback. He played 6 years at Purdue, and I would think the game he would be a little bit more since he's played so much. You know, the game should be a little bit slower for him. Not knocking him, like saying that he's not talented or anything, but to me, he hasn't shown me enough to be like, yeah, you know, you're the guy. Here are the keys. You know, like I think regardless, we still need to draft a really good quarterback, if not, you know, to second, third round, you know, kind of quarterback because I don't think from what he's shown me so far that he has what it takes, you know, to take this team to keep progressing and moving forward. You know, I mean, it is his rookie year. Let's see how he finishes the rest of the year and what he does in the offseason. I know we're going to keep him, and he who knows what happens the rest of the year and in the offseason. You know, he might just pick it up and run with it. But as of right now, I still think he needs some type of competition. And
Yeah,
I already
yeah.
know Jimmy
yeah.
and
That's
Hoyer are gone.
Because I say it like this, right? If last week was his best performance and last week was his ceiling, is that good enough to be a franchise quarterback? Last week he had like what? Or the week he had like 300 yards, something like that, one touchdown. And just think about the game he played against Kansas City, right? If that game against Kansas City is his ceiling, is that good enough to be a franchise quarterback? To me, no, it's not.
No, I don't think so.
It's not.
no,
And the
I
whole
don't
thing
think.
is like he has not won us a game. I need everybody to slow the fuck down when they want to say he's going to be the future, because up to this point, he the 2 wins that we had under Antonio Pierce. Think about it. He has
His
not
defense,
won us the game. You
defense,
get what I'm saying? He's made throws here and there, but on reality, Josh Jacobs was running that motherfucker down against the Jets. So, okay, against the Giants, easy day, but Josh Jacobs got busy yet again, right? There has to come a point where, yeah, Josh Jacobs is going to be a factor, but you know what the deal is. There's going to be some points where he's going to have to win us the game.
yeah.
He almost did against the
exactly.
like, for example, against the Chargers, he almost did. He almost did against the Chargers, and then on that game, I would have gave him brownie points for that shit because I'm like, yeah, that he won you that game. You know what I mean? Like Josh Jacobs, yeah, was a factor, but towards the end, bro, he needed to make throw after throw after throw. You know, that type of shit is what we waiting on. We need to see that, and until I see that, I can't fully sit here and be like, yeah, that's the guy. You know what I mean? I can't fully sit here and say that.
And real quick to everybody that's watching, stick around to the end because I got a little special announcement, some stuff that's going to be dropping pretty soon. So just wanted to let that be known real quick. Probably going to be wrapping it up here pretty soon. So just stick around to the end. Be showing you some new merch and stuff that's going to be dropping soon.
Hell yeah, fire.
I mean, I just wanted to say it too because right now we have 5 games left, and our mission is not to commit any mistakes. There's no mistakes. Just play aggressive as they always want. Because after those games against the Giants versus the Raiders, and of course Jets versus the Raiders, it was like a big statement. I know we didn't have the opportunity to beat the Miami Dolphins and Kansas City Chiefs due for the defense. But right now, after the bye week, we just get relaxed and getting prepared. Always prepare for the best. And hopefully this week against the Minnesota Vikings is going to be like a completely aftermath because we have 5 games. It's not gonna be easy at all because I know the season of the NFL is coming into the end, and right now we have to stay focused on about the defense and the offense because we are just wanted to try because Kirk Cousins isn't here. So right
Yeah.
now the biggest issue is the wide receiver Justin Jefferson, and I know that Devontae Adams is very superior at Justin Jefferson. I think Devontae Adams will have this biggest moment to see how he get involved with about this running because Devontae Adams has always had to do with the speed that Justin Jefferson just happened. Because although the wide receivers are mostly involved with the speed, the intensity, and most aggression. So I really think that Devontae Adams could handle this one against Justin Jefferson. And of course, the line defense of the Vikings, which is very worried about it, but we had to stay focused and snap out of it. So we had to stay focused, aggressive.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to bring that heat too.
Yep.
Yep. And we're in Vegas. Yep, that's a good point right there, Tony. Get that home crowd rocking. Yep,
Yep.
that's
There you
super
go.
important. Not like that.
Yep.
What was it? The Chiefs game we were at home on that Chiefs game, huh?
The last time they
Yeah.
were to the home game, that
Yeah,
was
man, there
yes.
was a lot of red in that game. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
So real quick, you guys got any last thoughts or anything on the Vikings game, the short week coming up against the Chargers? Anything that you guys have heard or anything like that? Like I saw the press conference earlier. AP was pretty vague about Maxx Crosby's injury and stuff like that, so he didn't really like say like, nah, he's doing better. He literally said, and I quote, he's been like this for the last 6-7 weeks. Like, I hope not. Like, what the fuck? I hope he hasn't been like this the last 6-7 weeks. So
Man.
he didn't really give a lot of information about Max. He was pretty vague the whole press conference. It wasn't really long. He was kind of like asking the reporters to ask him questions and stuff. I mean, I hope they come out exactly how he said, that they were talking a lot, communicating a lot, and I hope they come out like really disciplined like they did that first half of that Chiefs game, and they really lock in. I really hope Max is doing better because we need him the rest of the season. Shout out to Max, nominated for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
Yeah,
Go vote for him. Max is a dog. He's a real Raider right there.
Well,
I can tell you what it is.
Go ahead,
I can tell. Yeah, I can tell for the stats right now. I mean, during that season, Maxx Crosby has been powerful. 66 tackles, 18 quarterbacks hits, 15 tackles for a loss, 11.5 sacks, 2 passes defended, 1 forced fumble, and 1 recovery. I mean, there's a higher percentage of the defensive snaps played by defensive linemen for the last 10 seasons. And for during 2 seasons, Maxx Crosby has a higher percentage at 97. I mean, you can put all of it at this one, but Maxx Crosby, do not sleep on him because he has been the glue at the defense. I've been saying for 1,000 times, do not sleep on the beast Maxx Crosby, and he's been like a defensive player of the year. He's been a glue for the defense, and I know there's been any cautions about it, but I mean, it was leading in all defense and frankly in every other category. I mean, his health is really be the most right there, but he's the number 2 out of the fanatics out of the Pro Bowl, but also they just because there's no disrespect on Maxx Crosby. There's another person that can disrespect on Maxx Crosby because he's overrated and all these things, but no. For me, Maxx Crosby, he's been like an underdog. He's the dog at the defense because he got the mentality. Even though he's gonna be like, even though there's a song for the future, Mad Max, do not cover it because right now Maxx Crosby is that dog because he represents the identity for the Raiders for over the last.
What's up, fam? Appreciate you pulling up, man.
Hey, Raiders Solo, and I'll tell you, Maxx Crosby has been the identity for the defense for the Raiders for over those years. Even the first time he was drafted at Michigan, boom, Maxx Crosby defined to all the things that the Raiders that he was the glue for the defense, and of course, it's been up to dog.
Hey, Rafa, so go ahead, run down. My bad.
No, you are good, but I'm just last points definitely. I think we're gonna come out here. We have to do certain things to keep them off balance on offense. You know, and that's going to start with Maxx Crosby. You got to bring that pressure. But with his knee, it's a tricky situation. You know, you don't want to risk something in the future. But there's still a chance, and you can tell by the mentality of the players, mentality probably AP, like they want to win these last 5 games, try to make a playoff push. So you know how Max is. He's probably going to want to go out there and do his thing. So it's just about monitoring it, really. I think the week off is probably the best thing for him. So it probably got it under control. You know, let him let it breathe a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's probably better now than it was, but it's gonna be something that bothers him. So yeah, and now that he's made it public, you know how football get, bro. You know they gonna he done made that knee public. All right, we're gonna go for the knee. You know what I mean? Like that's what they do. So
unfortunately, but
yeah, so at the end of the day, let's hope that it's cool. Let's hope he's got some protection around that. But I think they'll just monitor that. But as far as this game, man, you know, we're gonna do our keys to victory that morning, but it's gonna be something serious.
Yeah, I'm just happy to have football on again. I mean, last week I didn't really know what to do with myself. You know, it was like I didn't wake up early. You know, it was like I kind of like it was like a free day. You know, kind of weird. No real game or anything like that. I really wanted to watch or anything except for that Eagles Niner game. But other than that, you know, I mean, like it sucks not seeing your Raiders play on Sunday. So I'm happy to have our Raiders play again this Sunday, and then we get them again, prime time, so like Rundown said, we'll be going live before the game, doing his keys to victory and just any thoughts we have on the game. And we also go live halftime and after the game. So you guys look forward to that. Tune into that. That's going to be right before the game against the Vikings this Sunday. Tune into my channel, his channel. Both of us will both be streaming. And anything else? You guys got anything else you guys want to get to real quick?
Nah, I'm straight, man.
You good? All right, Rundown. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. Rafa, I appreciate you guys coming out. The Raiders Syndicate, you already know what it is. Go follow my man Rundown. This man works so hard, man. He put out videos every single day. I try to keep up with him. I can't. I can't keep up with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And stick around because I got something to show everybody that's in the chat and everything like that. Rafa, you got anything else you want to say real quick?
Yeah, I just wanted to say it. Much love and respect from El Capitan Rafucho. And of course, I've been support for your show since day one. And tomorrow, I'm going to do with the Civil and Black experience, because right now my channel is not only about Raiders, but also there's about sports and entertainment. And I bring all my reactions, all the videos. And of course, football season is not over yet, because tomorrow I will bring Civil and Black experience also with a little bit of the NFL picks, and of course, what's the keys to the victory of the Raiders. So you guys are invited tomorrow at Civil and Black Experience. So I will let you know about the hour, and of course, I will let you know about the opinions. I will let any of the Raider content creator to pull in over to give you a thoughts about for the Raiders versus Vikings. And of course, just like David says, all David say, just win, baby.
Just win, baby.
It's been
appreciate you, Rafa.
Yes, Black Sunday Nation all day. Have a good one, real man.
Have a good one, man. Thank you. I want to say once again, thank you to everybody that pulled up. D Menace, Tony, Protect the Shield. Hope you had a good show, man. I'm gonna go back and watch it right now. Leo, I appreciate you, man. Raiders Allegiance. Who else popped in? Milka Beezy. I appreciate all you, man. Chili Pepper, Bugsy Raider, Afakasi. I appreciate you for showing up, man. I'm sorry your internet wasn't working, bro. I appreciate all you guys, man. We do this every single Wednesday, Real Men Are Raiders podcast. And for those of you guys that are still sticking around, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So if those of you guys that follow me on Instagram at Real Men Are Raiders, the same thing it is right here on YouTube. Got a new logo, so you can see it right here up in the corner right there. New logo right there. And coming out with some new merch. This is going to be the first one dropping right now. So it's going to be like some little backpacks, You know what I'm saying? Perfect for the gym, stuff like that. It's gonna come in silver and it's gonna come in white. You know, so here's a good look at it right there. And the t-shirts are going to be coming soon. It's going to have the same logo, different style. There's going to be like about 3 or 4 different styles that you could choose from. So I have the bags, I have shirts, I have hats and beanies coming out, I have stickers coming out, a lot of stuff coming out. I'm also working on the website, so where anybody that's interested in doing anything like that, everything that you purchase and like that supports the channel and it goes right back into the business. If you guys don't know, I also own my own business. It's 2 Point Conversion. You guys can see right here, 2PC Clothing Apparel. You could also follow me on 2 Point Conversion LLC on Instagram. And that puts out all the stuff that my business does as far as clothing, stickers, anything like that. So go ahead, if you guys feel like it, go ahead and give that a follow. Once again, I appreciate everybody that's tapped in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm almost to 60 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 100 before the end of the year. I'm trying to bring you guys as much content as I can, as well as do the business on the side and everything like that. So I appreciate everybody for that taps in, that comes and hangs out with us and gives us a little bit of your time. That's what it's all about. And go and shout out to and follow everybody from the Raider Syndicate. If you don't know, go back and check the channel and watch the video. Once again, CT Dinero, Real Men Are Raiders. This has been the Real Men Are Raiders podcast. I appreciate all of y'all. Keep doing what you love what you do. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.